Have you ever walked into your child's home and felt like a guest who stayed too long? Not unwanted, just unnoticed. You sit down quietly, you wait for someone to look at you, and slowly, a painful thought rises inside you. Maybe I do not belong here the way I used to. That feeling is heavier than words. It does not come from anger. It comes from love that is no longer met with care. And for many parents in old age, this moment arrives without warning. One day you realize that visiting your children no longer brings comfort. It brings silence. It brings distance. It brings a quiet kind of disrespect that no one talks about. Many older parents believe something deeply. If I keep visiting, if I keep showing up, I will stay important. So even when the body feels weak, even when the heart feels unsure, they go. They bring food. They bring gifts. They bring patience. They smile first. They ask questions. They listen more than they speak. And yet, something is missing. Life today is busy. People are tired. Responsibilities are heavy. But respect should not disappear just because life moves fast. When respect fades, love begins to hurt. And pain carried quietly in old age becomes a heavy burden. Let me share a story that many of you will recognize. An elderly mother visits her daughter every Sunday. She has done this for years. She arrives early. She helps in the kitchen. She plays with the grandchildren. She cleans up before leaving. But lately, no one really talks to her. Her daughter is stressed. Her son-in-law is on his phone. The children are busy with screens. She sits on the side, smiling. When it is time to leave, they say thank you and drive safe. She goes home and cries. She is not crying because anyone was cruel. She is crying because no one seemed to care if she was there or not. She asks herself, am I too sensitive? The answer is simple and gentle. No. Wanting to be seen is not asking for too much. Wanting respect is not wrong. Wanting warmth is not weakness. Many seniors keep visiting because they are afraid. Afraid that if they stop, the calls will stop. Afraid they will be forgotten. Afraid that distance means losing their children. They accept less than they deserve. And slowly, without realizing it, they teach others that their presence requires no effort. This is how disrespect often begins. Not with shouting, not with harsh words, but with neglect, with distraction, with taking someone for granted because they always come anyway. People stop noticing the cost. In old age, time feels different. Energy is precious. The heart is softer. And when you return home feeling smaller than when you arrived, something inside you begins to break. You were not born to be tolerated. You were not meant to sit quietly in the corner of your own family. You raised children. You carried responsibilities. Respect does not expire with age. It is not telling you to close your heart. It is telling you something more important. Your peace matters. Your dignity matters. And sometimes, visiting less is not punishment. It is protection. When you stop going where you feel unseen, you begin to see yourself again and peace into your life. When you stop going where you feel unseen, you begin to see yourself again. And that is where healing starts. This is only the beginning. In the next part, we will talk about the quiet signs of disrespect. Many parents ignore, and why stepping back can actually bring more balance and peace. In the first part, we talked about the quiet pain of visiting your children and feeling unseen. Now let us go a little deeper. Because disrespect in old age is rarely loud, it is soft. It hides behind busyness. And that is why so many parents endure it without realizing what it is doing to their spirit. One of the hardest things to accept is this truth. Disrespect does not always look like unkind words. Sometimes it looks like no one asking how you are. It looks like conversations that move on without you. It looks like phones being checked while you are speaking. It looks like rushed goodbyes that feel lighter than your arrival. These moments seem small, but when they happen again and again, they leave a wound. Many seniors tell themselves to ignore it. It should never replace dignity. Being invited but not included. There is a man I once heard about who stopped visiting his son for a while. Not out of anger, not out of pride. He simply felt tired. Tired of talking to walls. Tired of feeling like furniture in a room. When he stopped visiting, something interesting happened. Life continued. And that realization hurt. He saw clearly that his presence had become expected, not valued. This is where many older parents struggle. They believe love means enduring anything. They believe stepping back is abandonment, but stepping back can also be wisdom. When you give space, you allow others to notice what your constant presence has been covering. Silence can reveal truth faster than words. Some parents fear that distance will break the relationship forever. But ask yourself something gently. What kind of relationship is already breaking you? If every visit leaves you drained, sad, or questioning your worth, then something is already wrong. Love should not make you disappear. Choosing to visit less does not mean you stop loving your children. But peace built on silence is fragile. Over time, that silence turns into resentment. Tired of life. That is not how your later years are meant to feel. You are allowed to choose comfort over obligation. You are allowed to say no to visits that leave you empty. You are allowed to protect your energy. This is not selfish. This is survival with grace. Think about how much time you have now. Not endless time. Precious time. Do you want to spend it trying to earn attention? Or do you want to spend it feeling calm? Feeling respected? Feeling whole? Some parents worry. What if they never notice? What if nothing changes? That possibility is painful, but it is also honest. Because when someone does not feel your absence, it means they stopped feeling your presence long ago. That truth hurts, but it also frees you. You stop chasing what no longer meets you halfway. It is about giving others room to reflect and giving yourself room to breathe. When you visit less, you begin to notice how peaceful your days can be. Mornings feel lighter. You start filling your time with things that nourish you. Walking, reading, sitting with your thoughts without feeling unwanted. You begin to remember who you are, beyond being a parent who always shows up. In the final part, we will talk about how to choose yourself without guilt, and how to build a peaceful life that does not depend on anyone else noticing your worth. Now let us talk about the part that is often the hardest. Letting go of guilt. Many older parents carry guilt like a second heart, that resting is lazy, that distance is cruelty. But guilt is not wisdom. It is a habit learned over time. This is where healing lives. Not in loud change, but in gentle routines. And if someone cannot offer that, you are not required to keep offering your presence. Love that only flows one way will eventually run dry. You are not here to be tolerated. You are here to be valued. And if that value is not honored in certain places, you are allowed to leave quietly. Many people believe old age is a time of waiting. Waiting for visits, waiting for calls, waiting for acknowledgement. Old age can be a time of choosing peace. Write these words, "My peace matters," and tell us where you are watching from. Your voice may help someone else feel less alone. And if you want more calm and caring guidance like this, follow Elderly Roots. We are here to walk with you through every stage of life with respect, warmth, and understanding. Thank you for spending this time with me. Remember this. You do not lose love when you choose yourself. You finally find it.